It doesn't work.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Get that
might need new batteries.
husband of yours to do something.
I know, right?
Hey, I love we'll talk about it, but I love the look of your front desk.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it turned out great.
Mm-hmm.
We can talk about it now. We don't have to talk about it later.
Okay. Yeah.
We are live on YouTube. So welcome everybody to the Clydesdale Fitness Friends. We are live on YouTube. Woohoo. If you have a comment about what we're talking about, or there's something that you want to talk about, make sure you put that down in the comment section. And while you're here, might as well hit that subscribe button, the notifier, do all those things. That really helps us out.
What are you doing with your lights, Charlie?
And while the disco is going on in Charlie's house, we need to thank our partner, RX Markier. They're a great sponsor. They have really supported us through the growth of this podcast, and we could not love them anymore. Get your jump ropes there, rxmarkier.com, Clydesdale 15, all caps at checkout, get you 15% off. They're doing some really cool Creote, is that how it's pronounced? Creote handles. They're doing one color a month, and they're only selling it for one day. Is it Cerakote?
Cerakote, I think, yeah.
Cerakote. They did white for January, and then they'll do another color in February and so forth. And it is the Evo rope, but done in colors. And so check that out. And with that, let's get on with the show.
We had jump rope in our workout today at Clarity, CrossFit Clarity.
Oh,
at CrossFit Clarity. We jump rope.
Oh, look at that, Charlie.
Where was that again?
Oh, yay. CrossFit Clarity. Catalyst Fitness, home of CrossFit Clarity. We have a little identity crisis, but we're going with both.
Let's hear about your opening. How it went. How it's going.
It was awesome. It was great. I'm tired. I'm dirty.
Yeah.
I brought clothes today because I figured I could take a shower in one of my 2 showers when I have like a 30-minute break. And I went to go do that, and I realized that I didn't bring any soap or shampoo. I brought underwear. I didn't bring stuff to clean my body with. So
more than I remember.
That's how my kids like to bathe.
Right. I brought Q-tips, and like makeup, and did not bring cleanser. So maybe tomorrow I'll do that. But yeah, it's been great. Yesterday was perfect. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. Everybody was awesome. I had a class of complete strangers, like 5 complete strangers, and it was so cool.
Was it their first time doing CrossFit or?
No, there was no, they had all done CrossFit before. There was a couple that came, they've done CrossFit for like 6 years or something. It was just super cool. And I just forgot how much I love to coach, because I mean, the one-on-one stuff is great and I love that, but being in front of a group of people and sort of like working a crowd is something I really enjoy doing. And it's been a blast. Like I'm tired, but I'm not even tired. Like I'm just wired. Mm-hmm. It's been great. It's been really good. It's very cool.
When are you putting the cot in?
Right. The couch is in. I got 2 more chairs delivered today that I put together. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'll be fine. Like, I think once I get into a groove, there's going to be a few days where I have like 3 or 4 hours in the middle of the day where nothing's going on, that I can go home and play with the dogs if I want to, or, run an errand and do things. So we'll see how it goes. But so far, I don't care. Like I could be here all day. And it's part of the reason why I made this lobby so nice, because I have to live in it, to be here. So it has to sort of meet my standards. It's been great.
I'm curious if your garage is going to be turning back into a garage.
I have been parking my car in the garage for the last week. The mats are still down and a couple of the rigs are still on the floor. And it seems like whenever we bring tools back from here, they sort of land in the garage. But I would say in the next week or 2, both cars will be in the garage. Yeah, super exciting.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Especially with the storm of the century coming.
Yeah, it's been really nice. I mean, the floor in my garage is disgusting because it's got like salt and sand and dirt and mud and grossness. And because the mats are down, it doesn't like drain and it doesn't dry up into the concrete. It just kind of sits there. But yeah. And my new floor scrubber came.
I saw you using
the one with the battery. It's awesome. I love it.
Have you sold the other one yet, or do we still need to
No, I have not sold the other one. So I have 2 floor scrubbers right now. And the company that sent me the second floor scrubber sent me a special gift, which is a floor sweeper. So now I have a commercial floor sweeper as well. Lots of cleaning supplies.
Very cool.
Yeah.
People want to buy the old one, they can.
Yes, they should definitely reach out to me. It's a beautifully maintained, used maybe less than 20 minutes floor scrubber, and it's a Viper brand, which is like the Bulldog. So high dollar, and you can get it for a bargain. I just want it out of here. Like, I'd give it away at this point. Like, I just want it out, gone.
Don't say that. You want money for
it. Yeah, no, a little bit. Yes.
Yeah. Don't.
So
Scott, how was your weekend?
My weekend started great, ended poorly, but it was well worth the trip. I say ended poorly because I lost my cell phone on the flight back from Austin.
I don't know how that happens. Like, you think it's in the front, it's inside? Where are you?
Like, did you know it was lost? Like, on the plane, you're actively looking for it before you left, or you just left it on the plane and then realized when you left?
I don't think I left it on the plane. I think it's at the Columbus airport.
Oh.
But I filed a claim with their lost and found.
Good luck.
And nothing has been turned in. No iPhone 13s have been turned in at all.
So yeah, I thought you had a better chance if it was left on the airplane. If it was left in the airport, yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know, like, as soon as you got on the plane, did you realize you didn't have it?
I didn't. Because it was this was here coming home. I actually think I either lost it at baggage claim or getting out of the shuttle to get our car.
So did you call the shuttle?
I did.
Company? Okay.
But again, it's an iPhone 13, only 3 months old.
I'm just trying to help you solve this crime.
I lost a Hydro Flask once at the Austin airport last year at TFX. And I filed a claim, and I still have not heard from them either. It's exactly the same. I'm trying to one up you, Scott.
Yeah. Yeah. And you still cry yourself to sleep every night.
I do. I miss that Hydro Flask.
The frustrating thing is I met so many people at TFX that I said I was going to reach out to them this week, and some were going to reach out to me, and I don't even know if they have or haven't. I don't want them to think I'm ghosting them.
Oh yeah.
So that's everything else. It's been kind of nice not having it today, just kind of relaxing. My first day back to work.
I kept emailing him to ask him, what happened to your phone? Why isn't it here? I don't know.
But I met so many cool people. I just don't, I'm very anal about that. Not wanting to disappoint them. So.
Well, if they're listening now, they know.
Yeah, there you go. Cadre Mike gave us some shades.
Hi, Mike Richards. I miss him.
Yeah, if you guys don't know who that is, that's the floor announcer that you hear a lot of times at the games. He's the funny one.
He's the handsome one too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of that, before we'll go back to TFX, but
yes, let's
talk
handsome.
That, y'all, I can't even handle it because Con Porter came out with the reels today that looks like he could be Aquaman, and I'm not complaining about it. Him and Tola,
so good. Did you even see Tola in there?
I did, and I sent it to a few of my friends. They're like, "Oh, I like the guy on the left," and I was like, "Fine, you can have him." I called dibs on the guy on the right.
I actually thought Tola was pretty good looking in that.
No, he does look. Tola is very good looking, and Tola is got the best smile and super sweet.
Yeah, he's no slouch.
Yeah.
Looks like he
Anyways,
might
check it out. Check it out today if you want good vibes.
So TFX, if you've never been, this was my first time. It was very different than I kind of expected. everybody was super nice, super sweet. And the crowds for this thing are crazy for what it is. I think if I were to analyze it, it's in that tweener stage. Like, it's big enough to become a big comp, but it's got that down home feel like a local comp, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they work it is they actually had 4 different pads, 3 areas, pad 2A, 2B, then 1 and 3. And they had events going on at the same time on all of those pads. And it was the same workout at that pad all the time until like you got to the end of the weekend. And so the athletes just rotate pretty much from pad to pad, but there's a lot of time in between usually. So they go back, do something, and then they would come back and do another pad. It is an RV park crazy time. There are more RVs there in Taylor, Texas, where it's being held, than there are hotels. There are only 3 hotels in Taylor. They were all booked up when I tried to get my hotel. So we had to stay 30 minutes away in Round Rock and Uber out every day and Uber back.
It's expensive.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I stayed in Taylor one time and it was a little sketchy. So I think you're probably better off, maybe.
Yeah, literally 3 hotels, and none of them are like the big time hotels. Like, it's
No,
now
it's like you drive up to your door.
Like the
No.
Bates Motel.
now every Uber driver told me they just got the Samsung plant in Taylor, Texas, and it is going to employ like thousands and thousands of people. And so the infrastructure around there is probably going to grow considerably over the next few years, which could make this even bigger. But yeah, I had a blast. Kat, you were there last year. I saw pictures like in a dirt floored area with like a roof. They didn't use that at all this year.
Yeah, I noted. Well, did they use it for like a warm up area or anything?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I was surprised to see like the rig was outside. Because that's the pad that I worked at last year, and it was like a run event. There was definitely, the rig was on the dirt floor, but I think they just got some feedback too that like that wasn't the coolest thing. I think they had like handstand walks and things on the dirt, and people were snarfing up sand and whatever else. So it's probably a good move. I mean, I think last year was I don't know if last year was the first time they had that venue, but I think it may have been because of COVID. They wanted something a little more open air.
Yeah.
I could be totally wrong, but I think.
I'll say some of the
Let's
coolest.
talk about.
Some of the coolest things that were kind of away from theirs. The vendor village was really nice. There was a lot of vendors there. And they were giving a lot of stuff away for free, Charlie. So I know you would have been down with all that. They did a kids workout led by Easy Muhammad, who led like this big group of kids. And he did like handstand walk races with some of the kids. And it was really cool to kind of see that and how excited the kids got to meet Easy. And then the Mayhem Mission did 2 community workouts. Not a workout I would want to do for 20 minutes, but sure. And it was a partner workout of, I think it was 10 calorie bike and this was they had a different equipment company. So it was a fringe bike. Looks like a cross between an assault bike and an echo bike. And then you had 10 calories on that while your partner is doing 17 70 or 53 pound kettlebell swings, men, women, for 20 minutes, just back and forth. Didn't seem like a good time to me, but there were a lot of people doing it. And Luke Parker, and I think his name's Brian. He's in a lot of the Mayhem videos. He's the older gentleman. He's the CFO of Mayhem. They were kind of leading everything for Mayhem there. And that was kind of cool. So you had questions, Kat?
No, I was just going to say, let's talk about our girl, Kelsey Kiel, and how she performed.
She killed it. Like it even the events that traditionally would not be her strong suit, she didn't do that bad in. Those 800-meter runs with the D ball, I thought that would be her downfall, and she didn't win it, but she didn't like I remember strength and depth when she was like last on the run.
Yeah.
She was not here. Like she did really well, like top half for sure.
Mm-hmm. She's been working hard.
Yeah. And I'm wondering, she would, because she was in first, I didn't want to bug her to get an interview because she was like in a zone. But I wanted to ask her, like, did the bobsled training change some of that for her? Like in her previous CrossFit life, that stuff was hard for her. Did the bobsled training change that enough where now that's becoming easier for her, like running? Her pull-ups and muscle-ups were really good.
Yeah, I'm guessing that she's wasn't killing herself doing CrossFit. I think a lot of people that kill themselves doing
Overtrain.
CrossFit don't,
Mhm.
yeah, they overtrain and they don't really necessarily, like, they hit a wall. And you hear about so many athletes that now are like taking a step back and focusing on recovery and taking days off and that kind of thing. And maybe that's exactly what she needed.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm
It's cool to
glad
see
you
her back
brought
out there.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I was just talking with somebody the other day about elite athletes and just people who have been doing CrossFit for a long time, and that I completely agree with the methodology of CrossFit. But as elite athletes, when you are training at that high volume, at that high intensity for many, many years, your body needs some time to recover.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
Is that your strategy, Charlie? Getting your body some rest?
Hey, I'll have you know,
Never.
he has been doing his mobility. I've witnessed it. He's also been showing up early
Mm-hmm.
most of the time, and also doing additional challenges. So
New
for
year, new you.
January we did 65 burpees a day, so we would accumulate 2,000. And for February, we are doing 72 sit-ups a day, or accumulating 2,000 for the month of February.
I'm just going to do GHDs because why not?
Nope, you're not going to. I'm not going to allow that. We're not going to go overtrain. We're going to do mobility.
So how do you feel about doing 72 of anything in a day, Amy?
I do. Guess how many I did? 100.
Yeah.
You do 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to overtrain, Charlie.
No,
But I need to have a round number.
I need to have 100.
Listen,
Why
I
not?
am working on my mental health with that
Are
round
you?
number first. Yep.
Should have stopped at 72 because that's what I did.
Ooh, can't do
No
that.
problem.
Be uncomfortable the rest of the day.
I'm just fine. My shoulders are destroyed from 2,000 burpees, and somehow they're not any better. Well, that's all.
Mine are fine.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Look at me. I'm a cool coach.
Hey, I just want the listeners to know that as much that Charlie and I razz each other, we are very good friends, and we just like to give each other a hard time.
Shipping you off the catalyst, the coach out there.
Shipping me off.
So I got to tell you guys, James Townsend, one of the
My
nicest guys I have ever met in my life. I would say that was probably, as like fanboy, like that was probably the highlight of my weekend. Getting
Very
to sit
cool.
down and chat with him. We have been trying to get him
Definitely.
on the show for quite some time. But thanks to Dex, he actually knew who we were. And when he saw the sign, he came right over. And he's like, you're the podcast that Dex hangs out on. So I guess we're known for something.
That's cool.
Sorry, I had to rely on Dex today for some advice. I had to text him and ask him to translate some kind of language for me from a CrossFit gym he knows. But so he helped me.
Oh, is he the one that figured that out?
Yeah.
That's cool.
So if you didn't listen to the interview, we talked about the Iowa camp that's happening this weekend. That kind of started as like a little COVID relief for some guys, and is growing and growing and growing. And the predictions are it will actually become like a camp that people can sign up for and go to. But Dex is programming this weekend, but he's not showing up.
Because of the baby?
Hey,
Move.
I don't know.
You may have to get him on the rig report for some answers here.
I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe you guys need to text him and say, what's up?
I think the main part of the interview is the fact that he can clean 405 without warming up. Now, I've been telling Amy for years, who needs to warm up? Apparently not James. Apparently not me.
Well, it's all about the big jumps,
For
right?
this.
Like that's what he said.
Right.
Ooh, look at that
95,
guy.
225. What? Or
What lift did he do 4 or 5 with no warming up?
Power clean.
A squat clean, a power clean.
Carly, if you were that fit, I would allow it.
That's his. He's a large individual.
Yeah, he is big. He got big arms, but you got big arms too, Charlie.
I like that guy.
You do have big arms.
Yeah, he does.
I know. All my relatives tried to feel his arms at my house.
Well, I hadn't seen
James
him in a
Townsend's
year
one of mine.
until Nate's grad party, and I was like, damn, someone's been juicing.
Yep.
My newly named juice that we can't call it that anymore.
I was going to say, yeah, what do we call it now?
whoever gets it this year.
Just call it
Just
Charlie
somebody gets
juice.
popped.
Yeah,
Just
Charlie
guess who
juice.
gets popped.
Well, other than that, it's been a pretty slow weekend. You guys got any updates?
No, we're just preparing for this big snowstorm, ice storm we're going to get. So, got to get all the milk and bread.
When is that hitting you guys? And is it hitting me? Do I have to worry about this?
I don't think so.
Tomorrow night, allegedly.
Tomorrow.
Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah.
No, we always
I'm
get
just-
snow on the weekends.
I'm hoping for a snow day Thursday and Friday.
That'd be nice.
I'm going to flush ice cubes down the toilet.
Until you put like spoons under your pillow or
Yeah,
something.
whatever I need to do. I don't care.
Wear your PJs backwards.
Yep.
The one disadvantage of now working from home.
Right.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
No more snow days.
for you.
No closing the gym.
That's funny.
Oh, if there's a level 3 snow emergency, the gym will be closed.
No.
That's you're not allowed to drive.
Level 3 is an Ohio term. They talk about our roads in level 1, 2, or 3. 1 is, hey, it's pretty nasty out there. 2 is, you really shouldn't be out there. And 3 is, if we see you out there, we're going to arrest you.
Yeah, you can get ticketed.
So yeah, buckling down for that. I'm just ready to catch up on some sleep, man. I'm tired.
Amen.
Those events take so much out of you just mentally, because there's always stuff going on. Your senses are on overload. And Chase and I were talking about that. Chase, that used to be with Arm & Hammer. We had an interview with him as well. And he talks about that too. Like every time you go view an event, the stimuli that happen all over the place make you like exhausted by the end of the weekend. And he actually said he gets sick the week after almost every time.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. So LaRoche Original said, loved seeing the Catalyst Gym being opened up.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Yep. More before and I love my before and after pictures. You guys have to check those out. I've got a couple more coming, but like I love those transformation pictures.
They also said, "Hey, Clydesdale crew, hope you are all well."
Love it.
Thank you.
We're well.
We're better than well.
Yeah, we are.
We got stuff happening all over the place. And then I did have the breaking news over the weekend.
The team Independence.
Yeah, Mayhem Independence is back for another
Very
run,
cool.
and Alexis Johnson is moving or has already moved to Cookeville.
Yeah. So here's a question I wanted to ask Luke about that. Alexis Johnson is not very tall. Is
Shorter
Luke
than-
Parker very, very tall?
Luke Parker is about my height.
Okay. They're going to have some worm issues. That's all I'm saying.
Who's the other guy?
Unless Angelo is short, he might be super short. And I don't know
I
about
feel like they're the same
Sasha
height.
and her height. But I know Alexis, like I'm taller than Alexis, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Sasha is not very
that's-
tall. Angelo is like not tall, but not short either.
I just worry. I just worry about the worm. That's my only concern. I mean, Alexis is a beast. Like she's, strong enough and talented enough and all that. And Sasha's same thing. Like I'm not worried about that, but I just, as soon as they announced that foursome, I'm thinking, all I could think about was that poor worm and how it's going to work.
Can I tell you the funniest thing that happened to me about that is I posted that I was going to have it, and then I didn't have the audio on the interview I did with Luke, and he was gracious enough to do the interview a second time, which was awesome. But I had posted that I was going to have it and then didn't have it that night. And Taylor Williamson's mother DM'd me to say, "What's the breaking news?" And I said, "Dana, you have insiders in the building.
She already knows. Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you know." She goes, "Those girls are tight-lipped and they tell me nothing."
That's funny.
So,
Well, they're probably so distracted that they don't probably even know or are aware of what's happening, but unless it's their own team.
yeah, I just thought that was hilarious that the mother of one of the Mayhem athletes is asking me what the breaking news is.
Yeah, that's great.
So, well, that was fun. Well, we are going to try to keep these roundtables down to about a half an hour now, unless there's just a ton of news out there. And this week it was just TFX. I do want to say Garrett Clark won for the men's side, pro men, and he is kind of a newcomer. He's very young. He has only really done local comps before this, and he won the fittest experience. And he did beat some perennial kind of like semifinal athletes, Joshua Elchama, Josh Woodall, is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Woodall. And then Luke Parker came in fourth. I don't think he was like gunning for podium because he had the mission stuff going on at the same time. But yeah, a pretty impressive performance by a young kid there. And then other than Kelsey, the other two athletes on the women's side are very young, 21 and 24. The 21-year-old has done nothing before fittest.
Really?
So yeah, maybe another youngin out there ready to go off.
Oh, Kat, it's gone.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. We just lost your video.
I was just checking something. I set my alarm on my iPhone to recurring for weekdays now to 4:25 a.m.
Oh yeah, girl.
Kind of scary. Kind of scary.
Yeah, I did that for a while. That's a roughin'.
I mean, I've done it before. I think I've done it with less responsibility.
Every
I did
day?
it when I used to work out every day at 5 a.m. and I would get to the gym at like 4:45 every morning, 5 days a week for probably 2.5, 3 years. But also I could just go and work out and come home. I wasn't programming the workouts and making sure it was clean and taking out the trash and writing on the whiteboard and, paying the bills and all that kind of stuff. So it just comes with a little extra layer of stress maybe, but I miss my dogs. That's like my only downside is
You
in the
should
puppies.
have them be gym dogs.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I got to figure out. I can only really make Bumper a gym dog because he's super chill. The other two just are too bark. They bark like when they see people coming at the door and everything. I can't have my dogs barking at customers.
Yeah.
But Bumper will be cool. He just kind of like, yo, stop, you know.
So is your
Giving
first class
everyone
5 a.m. or is that your time?
5:15. 5:15 is my
5:15.
first class. Yep, 5 days a week. 5:15, 6:30, 7:45, noon, 4:30, 3 days a week, 5:30, 4 days a week. And then I have
Like that
baseball
7:30.
4 days a week. And I'm thinking about adding a 9. Maybe the noon's not super attended. And I figured if I could make the noon the 9 and then just not having the noon, I could have a big stretch during the day where I could leave if I had to.
Yeah.
So it just, it's like an experiment. We'll see like how it shakes out. But
Yeah.
awesome people coming through the door. It's so exciting. Like, people that I know that I knew that were going to come and all that, they're here and that's awesome. And they've been great and supportive, but to just have new people that you've never met before come in and be super chill and like vibe has been really fun. Really
Yeah.
fun.
Well, congrats to you. Excited for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, super
I want to
stoked.
mention too, Sam, who that LaRoche original, that's Sam from Plate Stack Chat, who was saying hi, and they have a great podcast. They've started to go live on YouTube as well once a week. I'm not sure what time because they're in England, I think. They're definitely in Europe. So, but I try to catch their show as well. They're doing some great stuff, and I think we're going to partner up with them for some of the events coming up. So that'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm very hopeful that we get to partner up with them. We need to get a European presence with our new show for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with that, we'll let y'all go for the evening. Let Kat get some rest.
I just have
And
to
we will
shower. That's all I
see
need.
you. At least go buy some soap.
Yeah, I'll get some soap.
We'll see you next time on the Clydesdale Fitness and Friends.
Bye.
Good night.